50 seconds left on the clock. You've seen the slow play in the early round. Nothing really found on the back of it. Now it's time to get aggressive, but Team Liquid do it better. Taking that early fight onto Dreamass, but now Sulcus is trapped in the corner. Scream is picking up all the kills as they try to cross, though. That makes it so much easier. I thought we were about to see a Sulcus isolated, destroyed, and then a terrible situation on the A side unfold, but it's going to be a different thing altogether. And I think for Scream, he's starting to get these reps under his belt, and we see him really grow into that sky roll. The one thing we can definitely rely on him for again and again, though, is to put up numbers, because it doesn't matter what abilities he has, the dude hits heads.
Well, this round at least, London United, they've got a plan. They got themselves into position to try and do some damage, but that's about as about as well as we thought it was going to go. Just getting...
They're hoping that London fall into their trap, and it looks like they just might, but they've caught both, in fact.
Okay.
Well handled by Boo. That could have been a terrible scenario with 2 guns on the floor for Liquid to recover, and instead, it's a full rotate to C. Easy plans, and that's all because of Boo. Really, really good security. Becky's not scared to get aggressive. Hey, look if they can even just make a few of them die to the spike, run down that clock, but I don't feel like anything's really going to come of this one. The 1 kill for navi is decent. That's where it's going to end. God, it's going to be tough. Becky's at least caught the first, but navi is so quick on the trade and now closes in the distance. Short is under his control. No utility to play with. And as he takes that fight and falls, that opens a window for London United to get the plant through. The Gravwell isn't going to disrupt them. And so we end up in the post plant. Team Liquid have the man advantage to play with, and they've spotted Boo down below. Yampy falls, but surely the trades will be there.
But they'll know he's around this close angle, and actually, it was a little bit disjointed on the peak out from Liquid, but it doesn't matter. Shot's not going to be connected. Link will find the kill.
Ooh, okay, Feku's having a bit of a tough time there. Now for Team Liquid, look, they've got navi inside that smoke, but no one's going into it. Eventually, he's going to have to make a move with his judge, and he finds the first at least. Now a real pain in the ass for these guys. How do they get him out of this position? You're going to have to use some utility to bust on through, and in fact, when you take a look at what they've got to work with, they don't have any really to get him out of there. Taking a heads-up fight with a judge ain't the best of ideas, and 1 by 1's even worse. Luckily, he ended up with his knife out, trying to get some information, and well, it comes at a pretty costly price. Yampy's got to clutch it yet again, but if anyone's going to clutch these... Oh my God!
What?
It's just unreasonably quick. That switch time to the headhunter is... But the people they're fighting up against, well, it's going to be Yampy getting an opportunity again. The guy is on the back of sight. Oh, he's being caught, though, trying to avoid that Hunter's Fury. But the Blade Storm comes for him. Feku eventually gets caught in the open, but he's already done his job. 0 investment, just as his Blade Storm, and he ends up putting it into a 4v2 with a plant on the C side.
So easy to just mentally check out and just be like, we've already made like catastrophic mistakes that could cost us a match. Instead, coming back with almost a flawless round, as you said. They didn't even lose a gun in that round. That was just the Blade Storm. Well, they're coming up against pistols. If they lose too many players here, they'll be disappointed. Nice shot from Scream, but the rest will just fall like dominoes. The remaining 2 left out of things, and navi trying to retake with the judge. I'll be very disappointed if this works. Live to his own devices, try and get... he can hold on to that if he wants to. And for the other side of London United, a chance to just build up some economy. So, yeah, a great round for them. And then that's the thing, the 2 bounce back rounds they've had.
It makes it impossible for Team Liquid to push in until it's gone. And by that point, clock is pretty low. London can try just to run down this clock a little bit more. Malcy's being caught, though. It's just starting to get a little bit scary. They're all going down. Dreamus is the last alive. Time is going to be a big factor, but he swings out. They've got him. And with that, Team Liquid, they walk in. They have to wait out a Cosmic Divide. There's utility, and there's a man advantage in the hands of London United.
Really planted for this side, so it's not the greatest position, but they're looking to try and catch these players as they go for the retake. Yumpy's still here, maybe a little deeper than was expected, but this time the retake definitely isn't going anywhere near as well. Still back into a 3v3 scenario. Scream is isolated within the corner, and the remaining 2 now trying to sneak back up. Now Link has used this Cosmic Divide just to try and gain that extra little bit of space, but the problem now is just the time ticking far too long, and well, they're gonna have to try and save some of these weapons.
And it looks like Yampy might get away with that operator. The steps should be heard up above. He's going to drop down below, and that's it, done. So
they know this, at least for now, it's going to be a C take. The only thing is the lurk on the other side.
Yumpy with an uncharacteristic miss. That's going to be very costly indeed. Link follows suit with the same, but Navarro's not letting us go. He's got nothing but headshots, giving them a chance, a lifeline. London United still have not planted this spike. It leaves some uncertainty there, and they're going to move into check in the garage. Scream has won that fight, leaving Liquid by some miracle with a man advantage. Malsey having to clutch it all out, just a shock dart to work with alongside his rifle, and Scream meets him on the way out. Oh my. That's a 2K with 20 HP.
It seems like they expected that little corner to be free, and because of it, oh no, they haven't actually checked close. Link's gonna get away with murder. 2 players down, Spike dropped on the ground, and Solcast, oh dear, Solcast from behind. It never really seems to go too well. Nonetheless, there's gonna be Aussie just popping off. 3 kills already. This round was looking bleak after they didn't manage to kill off Link, and now
second found though the hard way. Good connection. Malsey closes it out. 4 kills under his belt, and an utterly remarkable round from him in this man's hands. And look at all the noise, the distraction being made. All of this noise allowing Yumpy to try to come up through garage, but he spots nobody. This is a full long play. They're tucked in the corners, but they're being stunned up and gunned up. That defuse halfway through. Boo! Putting up one hell of a fight, and he's going to stop the defuse, but only for a moment. Not quite able to get away with the ace clutch. One hell of an attempt, though, I have to say.
This is such a weird round. It seems so backwards. They're fighting through. Malsey's now got himself 2 kills already, and I don't know how you try and IGL this round. Like, they've just pushed all the way, and they're now battling Scream into the spawn, and I don't think he's long for this world. They've still got utility to play with. They didn't even use much of it. Eventually, it'll be closed out. Love the idea. Again, London United forever the proactive thinkers, and it's a lovely stun. Actually, still a kill comes through for Scream, so something at least to cause any cost you can make, but Becky just farming up a couple of extra ult points. Only 1 player lost again. Pretty decent scenario. And now they could realistically risk those weapons just to try and make this as costly as possible and maybe try and hold in some of the remainder. The fact is, though, Liquid are doing a great job of just delaying this as long as possible, but already 1 has been dropped, a rifle to the deck, another falls, everybody just being slaughtered, and sure that the round is not going to be won, but they've killed every single member of Team Liquid. Yeah, okay, Liquid are going to get themselves an extra round in the lead, but that round in my eyes was won by London United. The null command not allowing them to use any utility, so it will take them a little bit of extra time to get back in the stun through, but they're just being delayed, and it starts to call into question if this is even worth going for. With the crossfires currently set up, they go for that swing out. First kill comes through, another comes up, but it's starting to fall apart. Dreamer's now left alone, and the swing is there for Yumpy to make sure the round goes through again. It's another close one, but Liquid's still winning them, and this time London United don't have the same sort of crazy credits to... Okay, Boo's gonna get given it instead. He has been performing fairly well, and they're still gonna have that shotgun available in this corner, which they might not check, but it doesn't work like that. If he'd got that kill, I would have been infuriated, but instead, it will just be the trade out. Solcast a little bit low, but you almost look at that operator now and go, is it just worth saving?
I think it definitely is where I'm leaning, but I'm still seeing Boo stud here, and it ain't like the guy can escape. He's actually cutting him off entirely. He's made it here. He's going to catch him on the cross, and the shot is connected. That is the operator removed from play, and most importantly,
of like the fragment, or in normal cases when you have those shock darts available. But this does mean that there's a lot more space that can actually be held here, and that's why they've actually had to throw in the Cosmic Divide themselves. That's not gone great, but actually it's fine because the grab wall pulls them off. It does mean that a lot of utility has already been used, and they will catch them on the edge. It's a closeout in the end, and considering how much was invested there for London United, that's a big round for Liquid to win. They are starting to run out of time to double back. It seems like they're just going to go straight in.
Yeah, you have to also realize Liquid played super aggressive on their defensive side up A long. They're expecting a flank to already come through, but when it doesn't, they charge on forward. Destrian not able to get more than the 1, and in fact, he's the only one to pick up any frags. Oh, I think they even saw Malsey. Well, they certainly know where he is now. And Yampy's shot confirms it. 12-8. That was a lifeline for London United, one of their last chances to really pull themselves back up into this half.
Ridiculous. He's done this now back-to-back rounds, but there's an instant trade, and Solcast is just going to keep it running forward. There's no way he should have won that duel. Destrian, well, that's a bit of a whiff, and because of it, they're just all being slaughtered.
This is ridiculous. He's still going, man. Solcast has killed the whole team almost, assisting in that final one with DreamHass. 1 versus 4, a judge retake. I think we'd all cry if he ended up winning this one. At least get an upgrade, but yeah, that's exactly how we thought it would go. 13-8 to close things out on Haven, but they're not able to punish them for it.
A little bit of health regained, but nothing really too costly. The one thing that is a worry, though, for Liquid is the fact that so many players here, and, well, I mean, maybe the Sheriff as well. The timing couldn't have been better, though, for navi as he manages to swing through, and the trades going firmly in their favor. It will be a shutdown round for Liquid as they take themselves the pistol again.
It definitely felt like in the start of that pistol, everything was under control for London United. Yet they stacked up the right side. Remember,
re-aggressing behind the wall that they know is about to fade. The only worry is the fact that that ground has been taken by Link, and as you mentioned, him having a Spectre in this corner is not going to be bad. They need to almost hard clear him, and oh, they do, but hey, a trade in this stage of the round is not bad whatsoever. They've also spotted another player aggressing in that direction. They're going to try and take this fight. Solcast
actually not able to blast back above. I realize he's already used up his. Good kill for Scream to start, but that is plant denial. Great utility to close out that round. Malsey grabs a quadruple.
DreamHass has managed to find one back in. It's this crossfire going in towards Heaven that just seems impossible to break through. And, well, in fact, it's DreamHass on the site that's the only one who's got anything. But look what he has to try and face off against.
Yeah, a little bit too much there to deal with. You grab well, your cam, and then all the players as well. That's going to be a nicely secured round for Team Liquid. 3-1 they go, and London United.
Yeah, and this retake looks bleak. They've at least managed to get themselves a rifle to play with. Of course, this was a minute investment round, but ultimately they're being slaughtered. And navi, he's having a pretty damn good day. Like, in the other couple of matches that we watched from Liquid so far, he was quiet for navi. Like, he still did his role, he still played decently, but he wasn't the sort of... They do have this crossfire available. The problem, though, is Destrian is desperately low. Malsey still fighting, and actually, this is going better than thought. It's left onto just one man, and he doesn't have a gun.
Very little time to make a decision here. Yumpy's got to go forward, and he's spotted out now, flashed up and taken down. Well handled by London United. They knew exactly what... Here comes Malsey to close out the round. No one's even looking. Oh, no! Yumpy gets away with a double. Luckily, there's a triple flank. Destrian able to pick up another. Team Liquid wondering how many players could possibly be behind them. The spike's still in the hands of navi, but with 20 seconds left, a 1v3, I think this round might just be done.
Until he's going for a plant. And that's a nice shot, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't have the time to get this through, and Destrian will eventually close the round. And again, a great... Well, I call this round the Observer's Nightmare, trying to work out which place to watch where there isn't a wall, a sage wall, the screens. Instead, though, it is going to be Yumpy taking the initial fight. Now another wall goes down as they look to get that defusal through, and they're just sticking it all the way. Boo just holding it down. Not expected by Liquid and navi. He's going to get slaughtered in the end. Solid retake. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you how it happened because honestly, with everything in play, I've got absolutely no idea.
Exactly what we wanted to see. Defensive side rounds build up. FaZe gonna look to get those rounds a little bit more in London's favor. That's a nice little triple.
Displace his economy a little bit. He's still connecting some nice shots, but he's being slammed by utility as he does it, and Boo is there to close it. Nice round from London United. And
where else do we look then? navi maybe trying to get that fight on FaZe, and he'll win it out. Rolling Thunder coming through. That's going to have to be followed up on very quickly. In fact, they don't get there nearly in time in the showstopper. Oh no, it's going to be caught. Blast packing up. Navarra's got right up in their face. The trap wire, though, ends up being his demise. At London United, I mean, they've still got time as they clear out this close corner. Yumpy's caught them. And now DreamHass wants to deal with him. The stun goes down, but DreamHass doesn't. A pistol in hand for both. And it looks like it's going to be close. But Link gets out ahead. Just about. My God, what a messy fight. 5-5 in the end. Liquid scrape out that round. But I don't... Fragment down, does nothing, not quite reaching its spot. It would have caught the back corner if they were planting there. Yumpy from afar, down to 50 HP, has to be much more cautious, but he's got to be fighting and taking these duels because of where his teammates are. They're all just stuck in on the site. This is a really tough position to defend from. They're just going to get overwhelmed. The numbers of London United, enough to take it across the line, and it proves to be defuse in for the defense, and 6 rounds secured. And, okay, nade coming through from Malsey. That's going to stop them completely. 25 seconds on the clock, and now London United are here and ready to stop this push from coming through, swinging into that angle and absolutely annihilating them. 7-5. Well, the classic's good for the first at least. The headshots plenty. And with the damage done, look, it's not out of the question that they end up coming out with this. Sulcus is right below the cam, and he's been spotted. Although he's able to trade. 2 more players to take down. Dreamas and Boo. Both on the site. I mean, at this point, with no utility, Sulcus has nothing to sort of level these fights out. Just has to hope he can take them in the duels, and they know exactly where he is and where he's coming from. Time to group up and swing them together. The timing a little bit off on that, but they get away with it in the end.
Yeah, we've seen those ratty cages before. Clearly, again, Liquid having a lot of faith in naVi, because there was a world where if they managed to blitz their way onto the site, he could have been isolated. Instead, the rotation comes through, and well, as said, like, because of the bonus, I didn't expect much. Destrian, though, okay, that has completely turned around. Up until this point, I was thinking, okay, well played by Liquid, not losing many players.
Making some noise, they're on the ropes, but thankfully they're backing off. Then afterwards, the Rolling Thunder comes through. Wall right after, not in time. Dreamas falls before the wall is fully erected. Nice nade. That's going to force him out of position, but with 10 seconds left, planning this spike is even going to be, well, next to impossible, because Team Liquid are winning every fight flawlessly, and, well, that's exactly how the round is going to end. They've typically been double stacking up above in heaven, and you can see that not quite ready for Scream to be here, taking that kind of fight. The slow goes down, and they might think Scream's backing off, you know? Poor Eco. He pushed up close. He's got no cover. Well, he's also Scream. And so he's going to keep on fighting. He's going to keep on taking those duels. And 4 players fall at his hands. You know what, Tom? Oh, what a connection from Link. That spray flawless as he resets. But Becky will take him to Scream. Has just run it with his knife out. He's inside the enemy lines, behind them, taking them down. 9-9 we go. They don't know that. So they're trying to make a play, trying to slowly seize that map control. Team Liquid rotate in. There's 3 players here. Indeed, the res is online. And, well, maybe it can be used because they've lost Yampy, but that might be the only loss they take.
Can we get a counter of how many kills Scream gets after he got his res? I feel like it's going to be more than enough to get another res.
Res is online. There's a kill.
Yeah, now they've got a decent setup here again. Like, Scream able to throw the slows if they try and make a push into this site. And they are going to use that. No, come on. Mosey looked like he got lost. Luckily, there will be a trade back. Soulcast is still here. A chance to deny the res, and he just slaughters them as they go through. The instant swing as well of naVi. Well, it leaves Vec, who left. And it seems like they have a decent idea of where he's going to be. The operator will play no part. You are correct. Instead, it's Soulcast doing most of the work. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. See you later, Boo. It doesn't get much worse than that, Scream. Just remember, you can't res yourself. You can res other people. And well... Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
He's down.
Scream died.
You are divided.
Oh, that slow going down a little bit late. Almost gets Dreamas caught.
Oh, he got 2!
How did he get 2 of them? Where did it even land? Wasn't one person on the other side of the box? I'm so confused. That's absolutely ridiculous. Team Liquid back into this one. 3 versus 3. Destrian has a chance here. He's holding up close. That wall about to go down. The smoke maintains. Walking through the smoke, naVi is being caught. This is fantastic. London United have the advantage. They have the time on their side. Destrian. There we go. Close it. It's closed out. 2 more chances to do this, and Yampy apparently is going to get this off into the next round. Fair play.
Yeah, no, he's still got it. I don't know how many kills it is at this point. Yumpy as well, the breach operator. They don't make a lot of sense, but hey, it works for Liquid. Trades back though. This could be the saving grace. A couple of entry kills into the safe site, giving them an opportunity. Exactly. Scream has to be careful. He's actually gonna swing and then finally use the res. Now turning it into a 4 versus 2. The spam
is the real factor for them. They're patient, they're calm, but eventually you've got to make a move. They're on the side already. Good spam. Destrian's down. Infect follows. That's it, done. The time, not even nearly close enough. 13 to 10, 2 to 0. Team Liquid showing that they are a league above here. But I gotta say, London United still put up one hell of a good fight, especially